Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Now, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rondale Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd down. Here's Mond again. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st down, here's Mond. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Hines. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd and goal, Mond. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 4th down, Mond. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne, and he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On 1st down. It's Robinson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Moore now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Mond's throw into the hands of Fan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out right at the 35.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And not much running room. Down to the 32. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a big 3. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Colts 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Mon now off of play action. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This is caught by Hilton. And he's going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
It's a gain of a yard.
On play action, Lawrence. He wants it all for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A gain of 6. And the Colts.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Colts first down.
Mon looks to throw on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Here's Mon. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Mon going to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Come on, you better bring it.
Mon looks to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Colts 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On first down, here's Mon. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
15-1. 15-1. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jags, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.